Hey there, it's Kristen from Marine Naturally. Today, coming to you with a little bit of a different type of video. I am here traveling, making the most of the summer, taking some time to enjoy my home state, where I live now anyways. I'm from Wisconsin, but now I live in Washington State. And one of the most famous parts about Washington State, of course, is Mount Rainier. And I am actually here right now. Not on Mount Rainier, but I'm on Crystal Mountain, which has this gorgeous clear view of Mount Rainier. And I gotta show you this view, which I have from walking like less than a half a mile. Seriously, you take a gondola, you just walk down a little path, and then this is what you have greeting you. And that's just part of it. There's trails all around. There is a restaurant and a place to grab food, flushable, public bathrooms. Literally everything you need to just hang out for a day is here. There's hiking, there's kids activities. My son today was mining for gold and different crystals and things. So it's very kid friendly, and in the summer they have additional hours. So right now they're actually open until 8 o'clock. I'm here. It's just after 6, which is about getting close to sunset hour, and I'm so happy to be here. It's very peaceful and quiet. Now most of the people are gone for dinner and all that kind of stuff, and so I'm kind of just taking a little bit of a lonely walk by myself and just totally taking full advantage of this, because how often do you get this kind of quiet and be able to go on a walk looking directly at a mountain basically almost as high as you. It's just completely stunning, and I just feel so lucky to be here. And this is my second time being here. Actually, my first time was last summer, almost exactly 1 year ago. I was here at the end of July. Today is July 1st, 2023, and in July 2022 I was here pregnant. I was about 5 months pregnant with this guy, and I was on my Babymoon, and I was just thinking to myself, when I was pregnant, just like what I would like to do, that would be special. When I was pregnant with my other son, Gunther, my husband and I went on a little bit of a trip with some friends. We went to the ocean in Washington, and I wanted to do something with nature this time too. And so I packed up my stuff. My husband had off for a little bit, and so I was able to go for 3 days all by myself and this guy in my belly. And it was so special. I soaked up that time. I grew up when I was younger going to outdoors activities and hikes and that kind of thing all the time. And when I became an adult, I was living in a city, and I kind of actually forgot what being outside was like. The smells and all of that kind of came back with that trip last summer. There was a lot of tears. There was a lot of emotional kind of just things going on inside of me, just realizing like how out of touch from nature I've been. And now here I am, and it's like home. Those are the first people I've seen in the last 30 minutes. Seriously, if you want to come here, stay until evening, stay until closing, because it's so peaceful to have just that space and quiet and solitude in nature. This is just so beautiful. Anyways, as I was saying, being among the trees and the pines and just the smells and wildlife. There's a chipmunk literally running in front of me right now. If I turned the camera, I would never be able to find it because they're so fast. So being in that environment when I went on my Babymoon with Magnus, I think kickstarted something for me. I've always felt that nature was a big part of my life, but being a creative and being kind of choosing the profession of video when I was in college and things like that made me spend a lot of time indoors, and I married a musician who would also spend a lot of time indoors, and so I think that it was just really big. And so I celebrated being pregnant with that trip, and it was just really special. And when I was there last summer, I told myself I have to take my family here. It's just so beautiful, and my family really isn't like, we're not big hikers, we're not like into camping and things like that. We like nature, but we're not super active. I am wanting to be more active than I have been, but as far as like just where we're at with life and my husband's profession, and things like that, like it's not very realistic for where we're at. And so this place, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to take them here, because you get to be in nature without having to really like work for it like other places. You just literally take a gondola ride up, you drive. It's a lot of time sitting, honestly, because you have to sit in the car ride here. It's about 2 hours from Seattle. And then you have to, oh my gosh, I'm out of breath right now. And then you have to sit on the gondola, and that's like 10 minutes or whatever. And then you're up, and literally you could just sit and enjoy the mountain for as long as you want to, because there's chairs all along literally the cliff, looking at Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens, and the Cascade mountain range. And it's just so beautiful. And you could literally just, you know, come with a cane. I don't like, you know, like it doesn't require a lot of physical effort to come. I am choosing to go on a little bit of a walk right now, and that is why I am breathing really hard, and it's kind of hard to talk, but that's because I'm kind of out of shape and I haven't been doing this lately. So if you're somebody who isn't super active, or maybe you're not in a place of being able to be super active because of illness or something like that, like definitely put this on your bucket list as somewhere to go, because it's beautiful. It's honestly breathtaking. Like once you take the gondola up and you just see that mountain range and the snowy capped mountains looking right in front of your face, it's just huge. It's like larger than life. Like it's just, honestly, for me at least, the last summer and even today, like it was just breathtaking. Like it took my breath away for a moment. It's just amazing. And then you sit there and you kind of get used to it, but at the same time, the whole time you're like, oh my gosh, is this really life? Like, do I really just get to sit here and look at this mountain? Like, it's just, it feels a bit surreal because it's not a normal everyday thing that you get to do, right? And it's just very special. But that's good, because then you can, you know, not take it for granted and just really, really soak it in. And speaking of that, I have been on the camera for about half the time that I've been on this walk, and so right now I'm going to turn this off and enjoy my walk in the quiet and kind of put my words into action with just soaking in this view and soaking this trip in before it ends, because we only have 2 more days, and I need to get back to my family, who are going to be saving a table for me at the restaurant down the mountain. And hey, if you are going to be coming here or would like to plan a trip here with your family or by yourself, check out this video answering everything you need to know before you come, because it's kind of one of those places that it's good to know from somebody who's been there before, as I've learned now twice with making little mistakes, and I wouldn't want you to make the same mistakes that I have, just to make the most of your money and your time being here. So definitely check out that video. I think it'll be really helpful. Catch you on the other side. I hope you like this video, and let me know if you ever come here or are inspired to, or if you've been here before, or if you would like to add this to your bucket list. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. All right, see you later. Bye.